Imagine something that has no smell, no taste, and makes no sound, yet it could poison an entire city. In September of 1987, in the heart of Brazil, an invisible force did just that. It contaminated everything it touched, took innocent lives, and forever changed how the world views nuclear safety. This isn't a story about war or bombs. This is the true story of Cesium-137 and how one small mistake led to one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. Welcome to Goiânia, a vibrant, growing city in central Brazil. Back in 1987, its 1 million residents were completely unaware of the danger lurking in an abandoned medical clinic. Inside, a radiotherapy machine had been left behind. No guards, no warning signs, just forgotten. And inside that machine was a small capsule containing Cesium-137, a highly radioactive substance used for cancer treatment. To a trained eye, it was lethal. To everyone else, it was just junk. On September 13th, 2 men looking for scrap metal broke into the clinic. They found the heavy, metallic machine and saw its value. They dismantled it and took parts home, having no idea they were carrying something far more dangerous than they could ever imagine. They broke open the capsule and found a powder inside, a brilliant, glowing blue substance that shimmered beautifully in the dark. To them, it looked magical. In reality, it was death. This powder, cesium, emits powerful gamma radiation that silently penetrates the human body, destroying cells from the inside out. But no one knew. The glowing blue powder was passed around. People handled it with their bare hands, rubbed it on their skin, and even used it as a decoration. Children played with it. Families admired its strange beauty. One man even gave pieces of it to his relatives as a gift. What they couldn't see was the radiation damaging their bone marrow, organs, and DNA, second by second. Soon, the symptoms began. Severe nausea, vomiting, burns that wouldn't heal, and hair falling out. Doctors were baffled. Nobody even considered radiation poisoning. It was only weeks later that a sharp-eyed physician noticed a pattern. Multiple patients with severe radiation-like symptoms, all without any known exposure. The Brazilian authorities were immediately alerted, and radiation detectors confirmed the unthinkable. Goiânia was contaminated. Entire neighborhoods, homes, schools, and people were exposed. Over 249 individuals were found to have significant contamination. Officially, 4 people died, including a 6-year-old girl, although many believe the true number of fatalities is much higher. So, how could something like this happen? It wasn't just ignorance. It was a complete systemic failure. Poor regulation of radioactive materials, a lack of enforcement, abandoned medical equipment, and no public education about radiation risks all played a part. At the time, Brazil lacked the strict controls needed for nuclear medical sources. That capsule should never have been accessible. But it was, and once it was out in the world, there was no putting it back. Brazil launched one of the largest radiological cleanup operations ever seen outside of a nuclear power plant. Thousands of tons of contaminated soil, buildings, and personal belongings had to be removed. Houses were demolished. Personal possessions were destroyed. Entire lives were erased as people were evacuated from their homes. The radioactive waste was sealed in concrete and lead containers and buried deep underground. The city was saved, but at an unimaginable cost. Beyond the physical cleanup, There was the human toll of fear and stigma. People from Goiânia were treated like outcasts, rejected and avoided as if they themselves were radioactive. Many survivors suffered from long-term health problems, including cancer and psychological trauma. The invisible nature of the radiation left scars that no one could see. The Goiânia accident was a global wake-up call. International nuclear safety laws were strengthened, and the tracking of radioactive sources became much stricter worldwide. The incident is now a critical case study for engineers, medical professionals, and emergency responders, teaching a vital lesson in how simple neglect can lead to a massive disaster. Today, Goiânia is a thriving city, but the memory of Cesium-137 remains a chilling warning. It's a reminder that powerful technology, when left uncontrolled, can become lethal, and that the greatest danger doesn't always announce itself with a loud explosion. Sometimes, it just glows softly in the dark. The Cesium-137 tragedy. It was an accident of neglect. And the most dangerous thing about radiation is not that it kills, but that you don't even know it's there until it's far too late. Thanks for watching.